BUFO 5-MeO-DMT is one of the most strongest naturally occurring psychedelics on Earth. But whether it's the absolute strongest depends on how you define strongest. 5-MeO-DMT, BUFO, found in the venom of the BUFO avarius toad, and it can be synthesized. Duration 10 to 30 minutes, extremely fast onset. So, guys, today I did that 5-MeO-DMT, the strongest naturally occurring DMT on Earth. And I wanted to share my experience with you. In case anyone wants to try DMT to further expand their consciousness, their mind, to understand existence or why they're here, maybe questions they have. I'm always intrigued of exploration of the mind and curiosity and interdimensional existences, if you will. I have a rule. I was like, I always try anything once, and I've done that for a while. I've done multiple things, and this was powerful. So I was at a ayahuasca retreat. I'm becoming very close with the owners of this place, and I brought some friends to the ayahuasca house. So they're like, "Hey, Ethan, why don't you do a bufo on the house?" So I was like, "Okay." Last time I was a little bit nervous to do it because I saw a girl do it, and she was a local indigenous girl, and she cried for 10 minutes straight and was hugging the ground, especially after 4 days of doing ayahuasca. It kind of freaked me out a little bit. This time, I did ayahuasca last night, and then today I did the bufo. And I was not nervous until about 10 minutes before. That's usually how a lot of things go with me. And then I sit down with Renato, the guy who gave me the DMT, and he walked me through how to breathe in, breathe out, and then slowly inhale the smoke. So started to inhale it, and then boom, fall back. And like, I was conscious for a second, and then it was very white and uncomfortable, super uncomfortable at first. And I really I know I need to let go. It's one of my problems, even with ayahuasca, is I tend to hold on and not let the medicine do its work. And this is one thing I wanted to work on with Bufo, is like, I just need to release. I need to let go of control, let go of everything. So fortunately, I remembered that. So as things got really difficult, I remembered, let go, Ethan, let go, let go. And then once I let go, oh my God, I felt like I was laughing, crying in another dimension. It felt so strange, but I was laughing and crying in another dimension, and I could see the ceiling, and I was laughing and crying because it just suddenly hit me. It's like, you've been holding on this for this so long, and now you just let go, and you realize how simple it all is if you just fucking let go. So I literally was crying and laughing for, it felt like a fucking eternity. And then the craziest part about it was, after I went through this laughing and crying episode, I kind of thought I was done. And I was like coming back to space. And then I realized in my mind, I was like, you're not done. It was a weird loop that it sent me on where it was like, you're coming back. No, you're still in this. And that really threw me for like a serious loop and kind of fucked with my mind a little bit. And it's still messing with me a little bit now. So I thought I was done, but then I realized I was still in it. So time was non existent. So just when I thought that I had fully let control, it was like, nope, you still think you're in control. And I had to let go again. I just had to sit back and like almost, it humbled me. I went through this laughing and crying episode, and then I realized like, oh shit. So I'm still in here, and I just like, it's okay. It's okay. Just let go. And then I saw a depiction of the yin and the yang symbol, which I thought was interesting to show at that point. And I thought about the balance of life and death. I thought about, in that moment, the balance of living a life and, you know, working in your existence and finding the duality between the two. And it got really philosophical in that loop for a little bit. And then, whoopah, I get sent somewhere else and I start hearing these flutes play. And I'm like, okay, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Mind you, this is my first time ever doing this, and this dimension was completely new to me. So I was fucking scared. I was a little bit terrified in there. I was able to let go, but I still felt a form of control that I needed to have. And then it kept reminding me to let go, because right when I thought I was coming back, it was like, boom, took me for another loop. And I finally started to be able to like see a little bit, and all of the insects on the tent that I was in were so clear and vivid. I saw birds circling me like I just died, which is crazy. I'm not sure if that was in my imagination or if it was real. And I kind of crawled out of the tent that I was in, and I just felt like a part of me had died in there. And this is the part that I is really important to pay attention to, because you hear about these stories of people doing DMT and they never come back. And I got really scared towards the end, because part of me, because of that loop inside where you're not done yet, part of me thought that, is this still a version of the trip? Am I not done? Am I going to flash and be back to laying down? And it started to really freak me out, because I was kind of coming back to consciousness, but I didn't know what time it was. I didn't know where I was. I heard people in the distance, but I was alone. And in that moment, I had to deal with that for like a couple minutes of, am I back or am I still there? And then again, I had to let go of the ego. I'm like, let go. You don't need to figure it out right now. Just relax, let go. You don't need to solve all of your problems right now. Just let go. And this is when I was laying in the grass. I basically took my clothes off because I just wanted to be, I wanted warmth in the grass, and the bugs were falling. I didn't even care. And I just kind of hugged the grass, and then I came back to earth through the connection of earth. I kind of came back, and I was like, okay, I'm here. I'm here. I'm not out there anymore. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. So the ending was challenging. It took me a real long time to kind of gather and consider the thoughts. And mind you, this only happened 3-4 hours ago, so I'm still processing all of this. But I wanted to put this video together because one thing I'm going to do and continue to do with the Dream State channel is be raw and real with you guys about things that I try in my life that that get me to where I'm going, and just be always open and honest with the journey. And man, was this a crazy part of the journey. So if you guys have curiosity about DMT, if you've watched maybe Joe Rogan, or if you've watched guys like Terrence McKenna, Dennis McKenna talk about the exploration of the mind and visiting the elves. I didn't see any elves, if you know what I'm talking about. Reach out to me. I've connected with the ayahuasca house, and we're going to start working together. So if you guys want to have these experiences, reach out to me, let me know, and I can connect you with the right people. Or if you have any questions for me, put them in the comments, and I will get back to you. All right, guys. Peace and love.